Good afternoon, Internet. I am in my living room and we're about to feed the trolls. So if I look really, really dirty and like a total mess, it's because I'm really, really dirty and a total mess. I just spent the entire morning and the first half of the afternoon chasing down the bed bolts on the Silverado. And I know I told you guys I was thinking about making a video about it. Here's the thing, that I was crawling around on my back under a truck the whole time, and everywhere I went, dirt and stuff was falling in my face, and I didn't want that stuff in the lens of my camera, and I don't have a GoPro yet. So, but I told you guys I was going to feed the trolls, and now seems like a really good time. Yeah, feeling ready for that. So this is the YouTube comments page right here. This is what that looks like. And this is where I can see what everybody's saying to me. We're going to go read some of this stuff here. So I will say that the, hi Linda. Linda, can I help you? All right. I will say that the vast majority of my comments are super nice. Katherine, you be you. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Take care. Keep the vids coming. From our triplet. That's super nice. Thanks so much. This one made me laugh. Rob Don 1111 says, more drama than a Salamandran video on my y'all need to calm down about CarMax Magnus. Really? These are my cats. I told you guys I have cats. That was Linda. That's Magnus. And of course, Bruce never misses a video of saying nice things. Well, let's see. I'm going to go back a little bit here. Oh, Real Solar Cars commented, did you know you can pop out the seat bottoms and fold the backs completely flat? No gas since October. Nice. I haven't taken my Volt to the same gas station more than once. Clarity PHEV is a good replacement for the Volt. That's a good point. What a nice place, and nice sunglasses. Super nice. On my video about the last Volt to roll off the line. Okay, here's a good one. Remember I told you guys about the video, my experience at CarMax and why I'm so angry, and how it was more than a year ago and people keep leaving angry comments on it? This one's just a week ago. J-Man96 Camry says, never buy a Chevy, trust me. I had a Malibu, it was on its last leg, used at $36,000. I babied that POS until $80,000. The electronics went, all the wiring went crazy on me. Transmission solenoids went. And so far, I got rid of that and upgraded to a 2015 Chrysler. Smiley face. You should always get the extended warranty with used cars. Okay, sounds like you had a bad experience with a Malibu. If you looked, one, at the fact that the video you're commenting on was over a year ago, and two, that the very next video talks about how everything was better, or anything else on the channel, you know that the Volt is... The problem I'm having with the Volt is that it's so reliable, I can't make interesting content. Don't worry. I'm working on fixing that in the future with less reliable vehicles. More on that later. Scrolling through here. Another one, again, on my experience with CarMax. So, you got a lemon. Bummer. Didn't get a lemon. You didn't follow up at all. And I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person, like, when I see somebody's video in the middle of what's obviously a narrative, that goes and like looks at the channel. Oh, what else might have happened? People don't do that. Here's one from 0101. You smell like smoke. And here's what's better about that. It has 6 likes. I have no idea what it means. Oh, here's another one. Chevy sucks. Should have went with Nissan, Toyota, or Honda. Honda. Sorry this happened to you. From Daisy Ruiz. Okay, you know what? Glad you're sorry that happened to me. But here's the thing, this brand loyalty thing, or this hatred of brands thing that car people get into. This one's a car chick. Awesome. Glad to have another car chick out there. But I don't get it. Car dudes, like, oh, what did you expect? You got a Chevy. Chevy's not known for reliability. Like, what are you mad about exactly? And why do people get so mad? Like, oh, only Ford all day. You didn't make that Ford. You didn't. You got that. You probably don't even own it yet. The bank probably still owns it. You're probably still making payments on it, and you probably got your grandma to co-sign for it. So why the hell are you so mad that I got a Chevy and you have like all this brand loyalty and brand pride for a thing that you didn't build? I don't get that. I know a guy, Frank, right? He used to work for Ford. way back in the day? Ford dude all day long. But he worked on the line for Ford for 40 years. He actually did build those things. That's the only guy whose brand loyalty I really give a shit about. So everybody can just get off my balls about the Chevy thing, please. Like, I'm not interested at all.
It's the people that I'd rather push a Chevy than drive a Ford, like, or
Yeah,
the other what?
Or the other way around.
Well, that sounds pretty stupid.
I'd rather push a Ford than drive a Chevy.
I think I'd rather be in whatever was running at the time.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know. Just because you had one bad experience with one Chevy one time doesn't mean...
Yeah, because you don't know how to take care of your Malibu.
Yeah. And to be fair, I probably would have...
Millions of cars made by fill-in-the-blank manufacturer are bad because mine broke.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter. And here's the thing. I'm familiar with the brand, and I know where to get the parts. So even if my thing does break, I am covered in dirt and gross stuff right now because I am in the process of changing a fuel pump in a Chevy truck. Rob and I are doing this thing together, and we know where to get the parts. They're easy to find. They're easy to see. They're easy to install. We have the right tools for them. So sometimes it's not about whether or not, like, expecting your vehicle to never break and you to never have problems with it ever. It's a moving object that hurtles through space. Very often exploding dinosaurs. In this case, mine is, these are mostly comments about a Volt, but whatever. Like, it's going to require maintenance and things are going to break on it. I know where to find the parts for my Chevy. So, I don't know how to work on a Nissan, a Toyota, or a Honda. There are people who do, and you know those cars better than you know Chevy, so you're talking shit on my Chevy. It's stupid. Stop it. I don't care. Lee Rich just has to say, Chevy Volt is a poor manufactured car. Lee Rich, that is a poor manufactured sentence. And no, it isn't. Notoriously reliable vehicle. It's great. Here we go. From Brian Finn. You bought a Chevy. What did you expect? I don't understand. Let's see here. You wanted reliability, you should have bought the Honda. Chevy's reliability and quality is very poor, as you're finding out. Not the right you're. And will continue to find out. Smiley face with no mouth. I don't even know what that means. Non-expressive face? I don't speak emoji. I just found out that my phone has the emojis for robots and squid, and I use those to communicate. I don't understand smiley faces. Yeah, I don't get that stuff. But let's go to a much more fun video. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the video where I responded to Gillette. Oh no, here we go. I got more hate on this than, it just doesn't even make sense. My message to the driver of the second gen Camaro. So what happened was, I saw an EV parking space that was for charging EVs, and a second gen Camaro was parked in it, which could not plug in or benefit from the space at all. It was just parked there, and I had a 2-minute soliloquy on how stupid I thought that was, and it was meant to be satirical, but people got really offended. Let's see. Maybe the Camaro driver was sickened by the idea of an electric car, so he had to cleanse it with his Camaro. I am unfamiliar with this ritual. But you know what? We have freedom of religion here. I think, and I mentioned that the driver probably had a mullet in the video. And so JM Rowe said, I think purple hair and a mullet are about equal in the white trash couture handbook. Just saying. You know what? Not gonna lie, troll. That's pretty good. I'm not going for classy with the hair. Let's see here. Wait, if there's millions of other parking spots, why didn't you park in one of those? All right, I get this comment a lot on this video. It happens all the time. Fuck you. It was a EV charging spot with a car parked in it that couldn't use it. All he was doing by being there was preventing an electric car driver from being able to charge. And I was less offended for myself than I was for somebody who's probably maybe drives a Nissan Leaf or something. I at least have a backup generator if I find myself with a dead battery, a flat battery. Not a big deal. I just drive around. It's just a prick move. So stop. Let's see. And then some people got like, Really, really stupid. Night Shift 92. Poor baby. It's a shame you couldn't charge your hover-round scooter in your handicap parking spot. The parking spots for EVs are most of the time farther away from the building than they are closer, first of all, and so is this one. Are you entitled? Are you owed that parking space because you believe the BS and bought an electric motor vehicle? Electric powered transportation is just a shell game. The waste stream or pollution is just changed from direct discharge to the burden. This is fucking. I don't want your argument for why you think electric cars are bad, or why they're worse than ICE cars. They're not. Let's see. It was not his or her fault. All second-gen Camaro owners are attracted to the color green. I'm not sure what that means, but that's pretty cute. Yeah, this is just... Oh, here's a really good one. This is one of the ones I was looking for. Caleb Rowden. Caleb with a K, if you're wondering. Poor girl, some people can't handle life. I bet her husband is miserable most of the time. Did you know that people comment to me about you, Rob, on here?
That's me. I just create fake names, start shit.
Are you miserable most of the time because your wife can't handle life?
I didn't know. I didn't get the memo. No, I think I'm doing pretty good. And the less gas money you spend on your Volt is more I spend on my stuff, so...
Right?
Whatever.
Exactly.
I don't read these. These people are... I can't.
Well, here's the thing. The reason that I do read these is that part of the reason that I have the channel in the first place is to engage with other people. And people have taught me things about my own car. They have given me hints about like the transition to EVs. Look at me. What I just spent my day doing, what I'm comfortable doing. This is my very first electric car. I don't know how to fix anything on it. When I bought it, I didn't know what the lifestyle change was going to be like, and when I tried to find information about it, it was a snorgasm. I couldn't get through it, any of that content. So I just started making videos about my experience of getting to know this car, and it has evolved into this. But in order for me to engage with people and learn those things, I have to read my comments. I have to go through and talk to people. Most of the people, like the reason that this video is so boring and you're watching me just scroll so much of the time is I'm literally having to hunt for the trolls. Because most of the people who are on here and who are engaging with me are really nice, right-thinking individuals who have helpful things to say or who just want to say hi to me. And it's been a mostly positive experience more than it hasn't been. But
right, you have mostly those, and then the other ones drive Camaros.
And then the other ones drive Camaros. Keep in mind, I'm a Chevy chick, and I'm hating on the Camaros a little bit. It's good-natured ribbing, but whenever I go to a car show, those are always the most sensitive dudes, and I do not understand it.
That's another good point, though, about the car show, is you never have any of these internet tough guy warriors. Every single person you have met that has come up to you at a car show has been nothing but nice. Every single person.
Every single
These
one.
are weak keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Who this is the only time they get to talk to a girl. Because
Yeah.
if they talk to their mom, who's upstairs, the way that they talk to you online, they'd get smacked and get their allowance taken away at 34 years old. So...
Yeah, that's certainly that's certainly part of it. But then there's people on here. This person calls himself, so there it is right there in the name, the slightly more offensive Mel Gibson. And he says, this cow, LMFAO, just got flexed on. I get called a cow, and I get called a bitch, and I get called a slut, and I get called a cunt. And if those words offend you when I say them, imagine how I feel when they're being said to me. That says more about you than it does about me. But let me ask you this. Is that the kind of thing a dude would have to deal with if he was on the internet talking about cars? And I happen to know that it isn't. No one ever talks about the sexuality, sexual habits, sexual promiscuity of the men that they are giving shit to. That only happens, that's only a way to put me down, and it's not a way to put dudes down. So I do want to call a little bit of attention to that, and for everybody who likes to talk to me or anybody else like me, I'm not the only girl on the internet ever. I'm not the first one. But it's this one here, snowflake triggered. Not really. If you go ahead and look and you see that there's 200 comments from people who are letting me have hate just because I mentioned a Camaro. in a less than favorable light. And I'm the one that's triggered. Fuck all y'all. So I do go through and I do read your comments, and every once in a while when I'm in a mood for it, I'm probably going to make a video like this where I feed the trolls. But now I need to go shower the rest of this off of me because I am covered in Chevy truck bed grime. And then I'm going to get back to being awesome. I think that's about it. You have anything to add, Rob? Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This has been Evie's of Nevada. If this is your first time on the channel, please consider subscribing right over here. Here's some other things I think you'll enjoy right down here. My name is Katherine. This is Evie's of Nevada. Again, please remember to like, subscribe, and smile.